Hello, dear viewers. This is another session, another beautiful episode, another good discussion that we're going to have here in the House of Wisdom. Yeah, let he that wants wisdom listen to us. Here is wisdom. Today's conversation is about immigration issues, migration actually, or immigrants moving from France to the UK through the Channel. Yeah, this has been a very serious issue for the Great Britain, the United Kingdom, and it has been a serious issue that the Home Office is tackling to stop people from using the Channel to enter the UK illegally. Yeah, this has been an issue that many people with visas in UK trying to seek asylum also thinking about whether they are illegal immigrants or not. Yeah, this concern is, I think, really about people who come to the UK illegally through the sea, through the Channel. And then it's been a serious issue, like I said, which the Home Office and the immigration are all trying to tackle this. And looking at this, people are raising concerns that why should people seeking asylum pass by safe countries and then come into the UK, which is another safe country? Why don't they stay in France? The big question is, why don't people stay in France but rather choose to come to the United Kingdom through the Channel? From my view, from the view of the House of Wisdom, we think that people like the United Kingdom because of the value of the money, because of the value of the pounds, because they consider the euros to be a bit lower than the British pound sterling. So this can be one reason why people come to the UK. And then let's consider this: most of the immigrants are English speakers, and they see France to be a French country where they cannot speak, they cannot express themselves, so they prefer to come to the UK where they can speak English and then express themselves to the authorities and get their stay or get their asylum approved here in the UK. So this can be some reasons why people rather choose to move from one safe country to the UK and then seek asylum or seek for refugee status here in the UK. The next thing is about how and why the UK is trying to prevent these people. Let's put it this way: people move to the UK in search of greener pastures, in search of peaceful living, let me put it that way, or where they can find peace. Yes, some are running from war zones, some are running from human rights accusations or prosecutions to the UK, where they feel they are going to be accepted. Looking at the lives of LGBT activists, people in Africa running out from Africa because of LGBT laws passing that are so much tight and keeping them in tight corners, restricting them from practicing or acting their rights. So they decide to move from wherever they live back in Africa and then settle here in the UK. You know, some people still don't think or don't know that France accepts same-sex marriage. Yeah, what they think about or what they know much is the UK that has accepted same-sex marriage. So they think or they feel that the UK is going to be the best place for them to settle rather than in France. People don't make so much researches. Let's look back in Australia. Part of Australia has accepted same-sex marriage, and some part of Australia or some part of the people do not accept same-sex marriage. So this has been a problem in Australia. So people consider Australia as not a safer place for them to move to or seek asylum. And in Canada, people are accepted for same-sex marriage, being victims of same-sex marriage laws that are being infringed in Africa and some other countries. So they prefer Canada. But getting a Canadian visa has been a big problem for them. So people also go through Mexico and through the borders, jumping over fences, going through tunnels, all in the name of seeking asylum in Canada or other places, because they think and they know that Canada accepts same-sex marriage, so they can seek asylum there. They feel that Canada has better place for them, better place to keep them, people from war zones, people who are victims from different countries, in all stretches of life, or all activities that are going against their fundamental human rights. They feel that going to Canada is going to solve their problem. Same way they feel coming to the UK is going to save their problem. So I think these are some few reasons why people are coming more into the UK and Canada than staying in some safe countries, because they do not feel, or they haven't made researches to let them understand that these safe countries are also accepting asylum seekers. And let's look in this also. We look in the fields of economy. Okay, people consider buoyant economies that are very good to live in, countries with good economy, good GDP, good blah blah blah. So they think, or they feel, that the United Kingdom has a very good GDP, a very good economy. That is why a lot of people choose to move to the UK, or move from France to the UK through the Channel to seek for asylum, or to seek for greener pastures. So now, the other time we read on the news that the UK was trying, or has put measures to take asylum seekers to Rwanda, but some high court judges boycotted it and ruled against that law, that it was inhumane, it was not going to help people seeking refugee and asylum seekers to have what they thought, what they felt they were going to enjoy in the UK. They were depriving them from seeking asylum or getting what they wanted. So a lot of judges in the EU and some judges in the UK ruled against that measures, that it wasn't inhuman. It was inhumane to take people to Rwanda. They saw Rwanda, they knew there is Rwanda, but they chose to come to the UK. So why take them back to Rwanda? So recently, it came on the news that the Parliament of the UK is rather thinking of taking people to the Ascension Island. Yeah, people who are seeking asylum, people who are coming from the channels will be taken to the Ascension Island. Why? Because the Ascension Island is also part of the Great Britain territories, because the UK has, they own the Ascension Island, so it's part of the UK territory. So they feel, or the UK authorities feel, that taking people to the Ascension Island is all the same as keeping them in the United Kingdom, because it's part of the UK, it's part of the Queen's Land, it's part of the King's Land, it's part of the territories of the United Kingdom. So taking asylum seekers to the Ascension Island is another option that is being debated now. So if you are coming from Africa, you are coming from the Middle East, you are coming from wherever in the world trying to seek asylum, or trying to come through the UK illegally, and you are caught, you will be taken to the Ascension Island, but you will not be allowed place in the United Kingdom here, like in England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales. No, you will not be allowed here. They will detain you and then take you to the Ascension Island, where you cannot have any link or any means to move from the island into the United Kingdom, or into these nations that I mentioned, into the UK territories. So now my little advice to the Home Office or the UK Parliament: there are a lot of times that we read in the news on shortage of labor in the UK. There are a lot of times that we read on news on shortage of labor. The United Kingdom needs labor force. Why don't we give documents, or why don't you give, or you document them, put them to fields to work? It's simple. In it, it's simple. There are a lot of illegal immigrants coming in the UK. Keep them in detention centers, and then you process them batch by batch. There are a lot of farms somewhere in Scotland, a lot of farms somewhere in the Wales that do not have the human resource to do their work. The UK has run out of human resource. The UK has run out of manpower. There are fields like the care sectors, the nursing, fisheries. Let me put in the agriculture sectors. And most people coming to seek asylum are from Africa. They know they have the skills. Raising animals, fish rearing, crop farming, and a whole lot. So why don't the UK document them, put them to work, tax them to help boost the economy? I hope I'm making sense. Here is wisdom. Let me take it again. Why don't the UK authority keep illegal immigrants in detention centers and then you process them batch by batch? Like 100 people are being processed. They are being given identification numbers. They are being given the right to work, and then you keep them in a place. Like you keep them in the farms. Let them work. Let them take monies, take taxes from them, run the country. You know, there are a lot of people in the UK who are not working. They depend on the government benefits. They depend on universal credits. And all these monies are gotten from taxes. Yeah, all these monies that people take from benefits, government benefits and universal credits are all acquired from the taxpayers. So why don't you put so many people into work and then get much taxes to help in these benefits, to help in paying MPs, to help in developmental projects, but rather depend to spend the taxpayers' huge monies in accommodating refugees? Rather decide to keep to use the taxpayers' money to pay for 4-star hotels, 3-star hotels, 5-star hotels to accommodate refugees, feeding refugees, processing them, using huge money to convey them or to take them back to Africa or wherever they came from. It doesn't make sense. It's not logic. You can rather get them to work. Get them to work. Boost your economy. Raise the labor force. Take some taxes. Yeah, I believe I'm communicating to someone. Here is wisdom. Here is the house of wisdom. Why don't the UK authority get these illegal immigrants to work? You can get shoemakers, you can get seamstresses and tailors, you can get carpenters, you can get builders, you can get nurses, a whole lot of people. So many divisions of labor within these illegal immigrants. Why not put them to work? Keep them working rather than keeping them in detention centers, spending the taxpayers' monies on them. Generate monies from them. Don't spend monies on them. It makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. Think about it. Take it to Parliament, sit on it, debate on this issue, and bring up a best resolution for this issue. You need to build the military. Yes, you need to build the military. There are definitely people within the number of illegal immigrants who are capable of joining the military. And let's bear this in mind. People are so loyal to the hand that feeds them. People become loyal to the hands that feeds them. So the moment you begin giving these people jobs, putting them to work, making them relevant to the society, they will become loyal to you, and they'll become loyal when they join the military. You can build your military force. You can build the economy. You can get people into the automobile companies. You can get people into productions. What matters more is the farms. You can get a lot of people to go into the farms, the agriculture sector in the UK. And the UK will stop importing foods. Because these illegal immigrants who are farmers have the technical ideas. They have the brains to help boost the agriculture departments. So why don't you take ideas from these people? Why don't you make them start working? They can live on their own, they can rent their houses, they can feed their children, and they will still be paying taxes. You just need to think about this twice, rather than spending monies to take them back to Ascension Islands, taking them back to Rwanda. Think about this, UK, and you can make your economy better again. You can make the economy boost again. You can build the military again. You know, in such times, some people will say, some racists will say they are here to take our jobs, they are here to do this, they are here to do that. But there are a lot of you people complaining that foreigners are taking your jobs who are not working. You don't want to work because you rely on government benefits. You don't want to work because you rely on universal credits. If the foreigner doesn't work, where would the government take taxes to give you? Where would the government get taxes to give to you for benefits? To pay for your housings? To get you good and potable drinking water? Make a survey, and then you will understand the majority of people or the working force in the UK are all foreigners. About 90% are foreigners. More of the people are just relying on the government for benefits. So to cut this shit off, to cut this crap off, why is the government not allowing these migrants to freely work? License them, document them, process them, let them pay their own houses, let them pay for their own school fees, feeding, and then stop wasting taxpayers' money on refugees. Make United Kingdom a haven, a beacon to the world, a beacon to migrants, a beacon to asylum seekers. Let people feel at peace in the UK, rather than being threatened to be sent back to Rwanda, back to their Ascension Islands, where you will still be spending huge monies on them. Thank you so much for watching this episode. We always like to see you here. Share, comment, like, and then subscribe to this page for such beautiful and nice informations. Here is wisdom. Thank you. See you on the next episode.